and followed by medical negligence that led to you losing, your leg. But what is it really that spurred you on to, go on to a dance reality show of that nature and caliber and win it?
एक्चुअली जब मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ था तो डांस तो मैं पहले से ही करती थी, तो मैंने जब मैं बेड पे थी, बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्रिटिकल कंडीशन थी मेरी, तो मैंने इंडियाज़ गॉट टैलेंट में ही विनोद ठाकुर जी को डांस करते हुए देखा, जिनकी दोनों लेग्स नहीं हैं, तो वो डांस कर रहे थे। तो तभी मेरे अंदर भी एक जुनून पैदा हुआ कि अगर वो कर सकते तो मैं भी करके दिखाऊंगी और एक टांग पे सबको दिखाऊंगी कि मैं क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकती।
हमें ये भी पता है कि आप एक्सीडेंट के पहले डांस नहीं जानती थी, आपने उसके बाद सीखा, तो ये कैसे आपकी जर्नी के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए।
नहीं, एक्सीडेंट के पहले डांस करती थी, पर एक्सीडेंट के बाद जब मैंने एक टांग पे स्टार्ट किया डांस करना, तो इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रेंथ नहीं था एक लेग में, तो उसके लिए मैंने बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल किया। मैंने योगा, जिम सब कुछ ज्वाइन किया ताकि मेरे अंदर मैं ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग हूँ और एक टांग पे मैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डांस कर सकूँ। तो 1 साल लगा मुझे पूरा रेडी होने के लिए।
I also want to ask you कि आपके साथ there was a man who stood by you through thick and thin, and वो आपका बहुत बड़ा support रहे हैं, और हमने सुना है कि you've tied the knot with him, आपकी अभी शादी हुई है last month, तो उनके बारे में कुछ बताइए, कैसे मिले, कैसे उन्होंने आपको support किया?
एक्चुअली मैं उनके जिम में ही जाती थी, उनके जिम में मैं एक्सरसाइज करती थी, तो वो मुझे हर टाइम मोटिवेट करते थे कि अगर मुझ में हिम्मत नहीं रहती थी एक्सरसाइज करने की, तब भी वो मुझे मोटिवेट करते थे कि करो, तुम कर सकती हो। और बहुत ही ज़्यादा केयरिंग है, लविंग है, और सबसे बड़ी बात कि वो बहुत ही हार्ड वर्किंग है, जो मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा उनमें, तो इसीलिए मैंने सोचा कि मैं उनके साथ शादी करूँगी।
Congratulations, many congratulations there. And I also want to ask you, कोई आप मैसेज देना चाहती हैं और लड़कियों को जिनके पास आपके जैसा एक कोई ड्रीम हो, सपना हो?
जी, मैं सबको यही कहना चाहती हूँ कि अगर आपका कोई सपना है तो उसे पूरा करना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो लाइफ है वो एक बार मिलती है, आपको बार बार नहीं मिलेगी वो, तो इसी लाइफ में आप वो अपने सारे सपने पूरे करो जो आप चाहते हो। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you very much. And I would also like you to unveil a cover. आपके साथ। Look how lovely you look. Congratulations. On your right. Up next is another stopper bill from our list. Welcome, Sangeeta. Sangeeta, your story touches our hearts in a lot of ways. From being somebody that Sanjay Leela Bhansali only wants to work with today as the assistant director, how much do you think you have achieved in the last few years? Your achievements?
I have achieved so much. I achieved so much when I was 6 years old. My dream was to work in film. But people say, no, you can't. You are a thief. You can't hear. I want to work in the film. But then I lost the dream. I lost the dream. I got the opportunity to work with Sanjani Ramasani, Pokamusi. That is our first film. And then I thought Kamusi was the first and the last film. But Sanjay noticed that I can do much more. Then he calls me for the task as a director. I've gone through a lot of problems there. I have to fight and always fought and always.
She was 6 when she had this dream. She wanted to act. She was born in a family where her father at first didn't want a girl child. And when he saw her face, he fell in love with her. And that's where her journey and her struggle really began. She continued to strive ahead for her dream. And she managed to bag an assignment for the movie that Sanjay Leela Bansali at that point was directing, which was Khamoshi. Going forward, he realized that this was a really talented assistant director, and he asked her to then work with him on Devdas. And even in the interview she's given to us, she talks about how she faced a lot of issues. The production hands and the other assistant directors didn't give her the right space to work in, and it was not a very friendly place to be in. But Sanjay came forward and he said, I will only work with Sangeeta, the rest of you can go away. So he has fought for her, and I think from being the girl child that her father did not want to now being the girl child or the daughter that the father really adores and is proud of, it's a very, very big journey for Sangeeta. Congratulations. I want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
It is, I know that you fight for the right of the disabled, the rights of the disabled. What is it, Sangeeta, that gets you really, really angry about the system?
A lot of people are not aware about disabilities. For example, for deaf people, they don't know what is deaf. They think that we can't hear. They scream and they shout, but it's just they need to fix the woman in front of me. And we was a child like this. These are not very popular over here in all schools. They may live in horror. We can live free, but not always. We have to train. But with a child like this, it's less for comfortable. We can artificially like me. I'm a problem.
We are interacting right now, correct.
I thought when I interpreter here, which one happened. Next time.
Next time, yes. But I'm your interpreter here, so I will tell everyone, the members of the media here, that she says what gets her angry is the fact that people think she's deaf and they need to yell, while all they really need to do is speak slowly so that she can lip read. And the other thing she says is schools need to be able to provide the right environment. If they can provide some sign language instructors, people who can help, interpreters as well. So sensitivity really is what she's fighting for, and Sangeeta is looking at getting an act. She's also following it up intensely. So we hope, Sangeeta, you really achieve your mission. Thank you very much. You are really our unstoppable woman. I would like you to unveil a little cover with us as well. Congratulations. Thank you, Sangeeta. Now let me ask somebody who's credential.
Thank you. It's very humbling to be here, actually.
Fabulous to have you here. So tell me, the glamour world, as we all know, is unrelenting. It is a cruel world. When you shaved off her hair, what was the first reaction?
The first time or the third time? Or well, when I was 20, it was hard. I mean, it seemed like I had people say to me, has she lost it? And seems that last year when I went bald, still people say, has she lost it? So I guess you just got to do what you got to do.
Correct, absolutely. And so what is it about you and hair? Why do you shave off your hair? Is this the sense of freedom you get? Is there a sense of liberation?
It's a lot of different things. It's initially when I was younger, it started as just a very simple, if I can't do it at 20, when will I have the guts to do it? Then it became, when I was 30 and I did it, it was, why am I tied down to things like money, looks, will I get a job, or what will the modeling industry think of me, will I find a man, you know, all of those things. And when I did it last year, it was purely spiritual. And I truly believe that a spiritual journey has started. And yeah, so that's about
Perfect.
it.
So that is the evolution of the really beautiful, but defiant, and a liberated woman. So you really are unstoppable. Give me that one unstoppable trait in you that maybe your mother wanted to tear her hair out for, something that drove her right up the wall, but that stayed with you.
I think when I was about 3, my parents realized that I was someone who would always do what I wanted to do, and if I was told not to do something, then I would rebel and do it and learn, fall, break my head, whatever, and pick those pieces up myself and do it. So I think they just let me be.
Fabulous. Very nice to have you here. We will unveil a cover with you. Can we have the cover, please?